Hey, welcome to Faith Inspiring Channel. Today we are going to do two Bible verses. The main one is 1 Peter 5:8. Through that verse, we are going to learn about how do you discern or resist the devil's attack when you take a new step in life. So for that, let's read the Bible verse. 1 Peter 5:8. Be sober-minded, be watchful. Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour. Second verse, Romans 8:28. And we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to His purpose. Back to our main verse, be sober-minded, be watchful. Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion. So what is the context of this 1 Peter 5? In this chapter, Peter speaks to church leaders to care for people willingly and not for power or money, and leadership is not domination but meant to be service. And second portion, Peter speaks to all believers, emphasizes humility. Everyone is called to be humble toward one another and submit to God, and believers are told to trust God and cast their anxiety on Him because He cares. Thirdly, Peter addresses spiritual opposition and perseverance. This is where this verse about the devil comes in. Peter warns that believers must be alert because the devil is actively looking for those he can overwhelm. And the instruction is that not to fear the devil but resist him through firm faith. So that is the verse 9 says, resist him firm in your faith, knowing that the same kind of sufferings are being experienced by your brotherhood throughout the world. So for this, let us see how this verse applicable in our day-to-day life, or how it is significant. In our everyday life, examples are like when we look to buy something online and suddenly we get an email with a discount. So we may think, oh, this is from God. Or we are thinking about a particular matter, which decision to make. Then suddenly a phone call from a friend or somebody whom we think are wiser than us, supporting one decision. So we think, oh, this is from God. But in this technology advanced era, many people and systems may have access to our activities or our job searches or our business steps, whom we are talking to. So everything that appears at the right time, it may not be from God. That's where this Bible verse has significance. We have to be sober-minded and have to be alert or vigilant. So as a part of this Bible verse, I want to share a story from my own life. After finishing my nurse practitioner graduation, I was not doing job searches. I was busy with school, work, and child and exams. So I was not aware of what was the trend of new grad pay or how hard it was to get a job at the time. But I really wanted to get a nurse practitioner job as soon as possible. So I talked to the physicians that I know at work. So a physician I knew from my nurse job offered me a nurse practitioner job for $80,000. So I did not realize then this was actually a good offer for a new graduate. So I took that invitation and he told me to come and see whether I like it or not, and then we were about to talk. And on the same day, I got a call from a friend who is also in my career. So I trusted her and spoke about this new job and what he's offering. She told me this pay offer was too low and I should not accept anything less than $90,000. So because I was busy with the studies and all that, I was not aware of the market at all, and I believed her advice. And then as a part of the story, I want to tell that now I know that a person I do not know but knows many people around me was jealous at me and was determined not to let my career progress. So as my growth would expose a scam or something, but I did not know. I also come to know now that even before my NP, he was blocking my growth but was progressing people around me. Back to the story. After this friend call on this, and the second day I was going to go to work and talk to the doctor about to. And then this another physician called me, whom I had been trained, and also I have applied jobs. And he was suggesting what I should ask about pay and malpractice insurance and other things related to the offer. I had nothing to be suspicious about him because he was way successful than me. So, and also at that time, I was not thinking, if he cannot provide me a job, why is he advising what someone else should do? We always think about others like we are. At that time, I didn't know anybody was jealous or anybody was like against me or anything. So I followed their advice and negotiated actually by that time that opportunity gone. So, but soon after some months, I received a specialty opportunity in pulmonary care, which opened doors to specialty opportunities for actually 3 years, even with the tight nurse practitioner job market. So what we understood from this story, sometimes the devil uses messengers to block our progress, especially when we take new steps. Not maybe by direct, but making us trust advice without questioning their intention. The friend and physician were sent to call by that person, not that they had to be jealous themselves. So, and also then we can look at our Bible verses, Romans 8:28. We know that for those who love God, all things work together for good for those who are called according to His purpose. So even though the blocking was successful for some time, but it doesn't cancel the purpose, and also it does not destroy your progress eventually. Another message from these verses is that the second part of the first verse, 1 Peter 5:10, after you have suffered a little while, the God of all grace, who has called you to His eternal glory in Christ, will Himself restore, confirm, strengthen, and establish you. What that means, suffering and perseverance. Peter is calling for perseverance, but then God will restore us. So there may be suffering when we are resisting the devil, but He will strengthen and establish us. Let me conclude here by summarizing today's verses study. One, we have to be sober-minded and vigilant of devil, not saying anyone is against anyone, because setbacks and interference can come in subtle ways. Number two, staying alert of devil's ways help us recognize his tactics, and even if he is a roaring lion, resist it with a firm faith, and God will restore and establish you. Number three, even if we do not recognize any opposition or devil tactics, all things, good or bad, will work for good. Romans 8:28, for those who love God and those who are called according to His purpose. I conclude here again. I pray for those who are listening to me. God give you wisdom, discern devil tactics, and resist and believe that whether good or bad, all things will work for good for those who love God.
Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk